How many books can I read in 1 week? That is the question for this video. So this week's video, we are finding out how many books I can read in 1 week, starting Monday. So I am currently reading 2 books right now. At the same time, I'm listening to 1 book and reading the other on my Kindle, and I have a very highly anticipated read coming out tomorrow, which I plan on starting to read as well. So this video is going to be packed, hopefully, with as many books I can finish this week. So what books am I planning to read this week? Currently, I'm reading Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I'm about 30% of the way through that one. And I simultaneously started reading the second book in the Powerless series, Reckless. I'm also about 30% the way through that one. My plan is to currently finish both of these books and start and finish my most anticipated read of the entire year, Emily Henry's newest release, The Big Beautiful Life. With 3 books on my radar and about 5 days to finish all of them, I think we can do it. So let's go. Wild Side is Elsie Silver's 3rd book in her Rose Hill series, or the Wild Love series. All 3 of them are on Kindle Unlimited. In this book, we follow Tabitha, which is the owner of the pretty much the only decent restaurant in this town. Her sister just passed away and left her only son behind. Little does she know that her sister actually made her landlord, or her friend, legal guardian of her son. That is where our main love interest comes in. His name is Rise. He is technically the legal guardian of her nephew, but when he comes to visit them, he finds out what Erica, Tabitha's sister, has been telling him may not have been true. This is an enemies to lovers, and I eat up every book that's enemies to lovers. So I'm so excited to sit down and continue reading with the cute little drink next to me. So good. Okay, let's get to reading. This might not be the best filming area on backlit, but I'm currently 176 pages in, and we have just caught up like to the timeline of the other books of where we know the relationship is from the last book. It's very interesting. We are caught up, and I am like, I didn't realize that we were gonna get this trope, and I don't know how I feel about it. I really don't know what I feel about it. I'm going to talk a little bit about spoilers, so if you don't want to know anything about this book, please feel free to skip ahead. But I did not realize we were gonna get like a fake married trope. It's giving Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, but also not at the same time, because I really do enjoy both these characters. And I love both of them, but I just don't know how I feel. I mean, I had an inkling that it was gonna be that, but I don't know. And also, he is being very stubborn and very like not forthcoming with his past, which makes her feel pretty bad. They have Milo involved, the child, so it's also just so much going on. I'm much more frustrated with Rye instead of Tabitha. He's just very frustrating, and I understand he's very secretive and just like a private person, but still, if you're gonna marry a person, you gotta tell her things, okay? You gotta be forthcoming so that she can trust you. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. I'm on chapter 21, so I'm gonna keep reading till my husband gets home, which probably is like any minute now. and probably read the rest of the night, hopefully, because this is it sucked me in. Girl, what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's now Wednesday, and I didn't read it all yesterday. Just a lot of things were going on yesterday. I just didn't sit down and read a single thing. Today's gonna be better though. I'm currently dressed to go to the gym, so while I'm at the gym, I'm gonna listen to Reckless. I have loaded the audiobook. I am 29% of the way through. Yeah, I'll probably get a good chunk through that book. I'm over halfway through Wild Side by Elsie Silver, and then Emily Henry's new book just came out yesterday, so I am planning to finish Elsie Silver and start that book today. Currently not doing too great on my reading goal. What the heck? I did in fact finish Wild Side by Elsie Silver, and I've been stewing over it. I think I'm gonna give this book a 4-star. It was so good. It wasn't as good as the first one, but very good. I think it was arguably better than the second book, but yeah, very good. 4-star for that one. Very satisfied that I finished that series so far. There is a third book coming out, I think, next year, but I finished that series, which feels great. Now I am reading Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. I just started, so I am only on page 13, and so far so good. I love Emily Henry's writing. She's my favorite author of all time, so just jumping back into a book that I have no idea what's going on, and I'm getting fresh into these characters, but like her writing is so easy for me to read, and it draws me back in every time. I'm just like, I'm back. Like, I'm back into a book that I know I'm gonna enjoy. I'm gonna love it. The way that she writes her characters and everything is just so good. I will never not love one of her books. So this is an amazing read so far. I've seen a couple people literally finish this in a day. There's only like 418 pages, so it's a decent romance book, but it's not super duper long. So yeah, one book down and this 1 week challenge, so let's keep reading. Hello, it is the next day. As y'all know, I finished Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I gave that a 4-star. You guys should go follow my Goodreads because I always update on my Goodreads. I also do have a Fable, but I don't update as much on my Fable. I'm used to Goodreads, so I always update on my Goodreads. I think I talked a little bit about my feelings on it. There was a lot going on. I really didn't know I was going into like a marriage of convenience situationship. So that was a very big surprise, but I will say I thoroughly enjoyed that book. And that book, I want to say the last like 30% of the book, I was flying through. I was eating up every page. It had great twists and turns and everything, and both of those characters are just so easy to love. And then I started Emily Henry's The Big Beautiful Life, and I am about 100 pages in, I think. I didn't realize that we have like a mystery subplot going on. Well, right now it's the main plot, but I know for sure the like romance is gonna be the strong plot, and then this is gonna be a subplot is my guess. But I did not know that, and it's giving like 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo vibes, and I was obsessed with that book like 2 years ago. I was obsessed with that book. So this was a really big surprise for me, and I am so excited to keep reading it. I just like, I think about it all the time, and I'm so excited to get further into this book. I understand why people have been reading it within a day, because yeah, I would do that too. So I think I might do that today. I haven't been so excited to like open a book in a while. So this like excitement thrill is totally something that I always get for Emily Henry's books. I love her writing style. I did this morning go and take Winnie on a walk, and I got further into Reckless. I think I'm kind of back to indifference right now, because there is some twists and turns, but most of the chapters seem like repeating chapters. Like the main characters are just saying the same things over and over and over again. There's a ton of those chapters that could just be mixed, and we can get to the freaking point. I'm a little angry, but I really do want to finish the trilogy because I enjoyed the first book. I gave that book 4 stars, and this one is not hitting the same way that the first book did. Anyways, so yeah, 1 book down. I have a feeling that I'll finish these other books within today or tomorrow. It is Thursday, so I have today and tomorrow really to see if I can get both these books read. Let's get to reading. I got a very exciting bookish package. It took a lot of deliberation to figure out which set I wanted, but we finally have our own set of all the Harry Potter books. Like, y'all don't even know how exciting this is. I have been waiting for these for so long. I was debating on getting different sprayed edges version, different versions they already had out, but we ultimately decided to get the original hardcovers. Welcome to my lonely Harry Potter shelf. So right now on this shelf I have like a picture framed of Main Street USA and Disney World, and I have my little cup with all my bookmark holders. I have a little cup with all my bookmarks in it, so we're just gonna set that aside because that, yeah. And then, so I said we had 2 wands. This is my wand. If anybody cares, this is my wand. I picked Hermione's. And then this is Jake's wand. He picked Sirius Black's. I believe this is Sirius Black's. So we have those, and then I have a chocolate frog tin I got a while ago. So that was also sitting on the shelf. Now they're gonna be joined with the books. So let's put the books up there. Hey, I'm obsessed. Look at how beautiful that is. Shut up. Look at how beautiful these look. Now that we have my beautiful little Harry Potter shelf up, I'm so excited about, I'm going to sit down and continue reading A Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Yeah, we're gonna relax and read for a little bit. Good morning. It is, well, it's almost afternoon, it's almost noon. And I actually just finished Reckless this morning. Hey, down. I finished it while getting ready to go to the gym. And Can I just say that the ending, crazy. That's some crazy work right there. Like, I don't even understand the course of action. I don't even understand the purpose of that ending. And I'm sure we will find out in the next book. Those are my thoughts on the ending. The ending is wild. Most of this book pissed me off because it was all filler. All filler. We kept going through the same type of emotions the entire time, and then the same conflict the entire time. There was no twists or turns really that much. Everything was kind of like the same. And so as much as I really did enjoy the ending, and we did get to see more of their banter back and forth, like I enjoyed that, this book is not as good as the first book. Like, and with all that being said, I give Reckless a 3.5. I think what I want to do is download the audiobook for the third one and listen to that while I'm at the gym. My plan was to do the novella before the third book. I'm not patient enough to do the novella right now. I will do the novella at the end, okay? I need to start Fearless. I need to see what's gonna happen. Did I actually read in a week? I mean, if you count audiobooks as well, because I do. So let's recap, shall we? Over the course of 1 week, I decided I'm going to challenge myself and see how many books I can read in a week. And here are the results. Drum roll, please. I finished 3 books. Thank you, which I think is pretty impressive. I finished 3 books this week. Wild Side by Elsie Silver, Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and A Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. Let's go back a second, because the last time I talked to you guys, I just finished Reckless, and I give it a 3.5 stars. And I still stand by that. If you want to know my thoughts on Fearless, go follow my Goodreads and my Fable, okay? Because I always update there. But I was about 50% the way through A Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, and what did I do last night? I stayed up all night finishing that book. I finally finished it. Not because I was trying so hard to finish that book, because I physically could not put it down. Like, my Kindle would not leave my hands. I could not put that down until I knew the ending, and then I could sleep soundly, okay? And let me just say, Emily Henry is my favorite author of all time. She is the reason that I read. She's the sole reason I got back into reading. I read Beach Read and my entire life flipped on its head. So Emily Henry is like the end-all be-all perfect writer in my mind, and she will always be that in my mind. So every new release that she releases, of course, is gonna be a 4-star and above, okay? Y'all don't even know how much this book impacted me. Never have I ever highlighted so many quotes from this book. I need to reread it as soon as possible. In A Big Beautiful Life, you are following the main character, Alice Scott. She is a celebrity biopic writer living in LA, but got an opportunity to potentially write a biography of a famous woman called Margaret Ives. Her family was like the richy rich people back in the day. So we're following her trying to get this job that she really desperately wants. But the conflict comes in when our love interest, our protagonist, Hayden, who is also a biopic writer, also trying to get the same job. And we not only get a deep dive into these 2 characters, we get the full-fledged backstory of Margaret Ives and her family that's intertwined with everything. It's giving Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo with a main love story in it. It's just beautiful. I can ramble on about this book for so long because this book affected me deeply. That was the last book I finished last night, completing this challenge. And I had a lot of fun. I feel like was like on my mind reading more often, and I love that because it is such a joy to just sit down and read for me. So this was so fun. Since I finished that book last night, I am a serious book hangover and I gotta pick my next book. But maybe you should tune in next week to see what I read. Just a thought.